I want to read to you from Job 8, verse 7. And though your beginning was small, yet your latter end would greatly increase. You know, something that God has been dealing with me in this year is that many times, and obviously the big one is in the beginning of a new year, but many times when we start something new, we want to start big. We want to go all out and put all our energy in because we want to see quick results. Let's say you go to the gym, you want to exercise 5 days a week, maybe for an hour. And if you cannot do that, then why go to the gym at all? Type thing. If you want to diet, put everything that looks almost unhealthy, you put it out of your way, and you are gonna be motivated and eat the right stuff. When you want to start praying, you're like, if I do not pray an hour in the spirit, then what's the point of praying? And I have seen myself do this, that sometimes, look, I have a very rogue hair this morning. Sometimes when I start something new, or I feel even led by God to do something or change a routine in my life, or or spend more time, let's say I feel that it's time to spend more time in the Word, or whatever it is, go for a walk, maybe spend more time in nature. It can be something natural or spiritual. It doesn't have to be. God can lead you in all of these things. In any case, for another day, whatever it is that God prompts you to do and you do by faith is spiritual, even if it is done in the natural. Anyway, that was just a side note. So whatever it is, I have often find myself that, let's say I want to pray and I cannot find an hour in my day, or do not have the energy to pray for an hour because now the kids are in bed and you're thinking, "Hey, I just want to watch TV," or whatever it is that goes through your mind, or go to bed. Then in the end you end up not doing it. And something that I did in my life in this year was I have put a few habits in place, which is not a dread to do, and it is something small. Just to share with you, last year I checked now on my phone, it's about 150 days that I downloaded one of these Bible plans again on my YouVersion app on my phone. In the morning, it's just one chapter from the Old Testament, one chapter in the New Testament. So the first thing in the day that I do is I open my phone and I read or I listen to those two chapters. It takes between 3 and 5 minutes, and it is something that I have trained now to do. Like I say, it's about day 150. Also, Gerrit and I started at the end of last year somewhere to learn a bit of French. It's also an app on the phone. It takes about, again, 3 to 5 minutes. You can go longer if you want to, a day. And that is the second thing I do in the mornings. And I'm about just over 100 days that I've been doing it. So in the beginning of the year, this year, in terms of spending time in the Word, in terms of my exercise program, in terms of cleaning my house, there's certain small things that I started doing that is, first of all, doable. I do not look up to it, and it is already starting to form just a habit. And I know you might think, yeah, but habits is not, it's not spiritual, or okay. To do something like reading the word, it can just be a discipline and it has no worth. But I would rather err on the side of having the discipline of reading my word, and at least there's an opportunity for my ear and my eye to catch up to something that God is saying, than to not having the discipline. Is it the only thing, and is that the only thing you should do? No. That first time that I spend in the Word is just for me. It is a small habit that I've put in place. But many days, and most days, I do spend time in the Word above and beyond that, somewhere else in my day. So that the other times is more like as God is prompting me, whatever am I meditating on. So my encouragement for you today is just start small. Rather start small so that God can increase it, so that God can add momentum to your habits, so that God can, so that you can have a greater end in the end. Zechariah 5, 4 verse I think 10 says, do not despise small beginnings. You know that verse so well. So do not despise the small things. Start small as the Spirit leads you, and let it runs its course. Bless you.